Good evening, YB gang. Today is a landmark day, a historical day. Because today we will prove that witches are not real. Not by disproving their existence, but by proving that they are imaginary.
String, he's in his underwear. Most of
Those
the
are
time.
like shorts though.
But those weren't shorts, those were boxers.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Why did they
and
look exactly like fucking swim shorts?
because niggas and boxers, they always do that.
I mean,
Nah, but I don't know if you ever had a pair of boxers and then like those are like the loose type, which what I'm about to talk about. Like the loose boxers,
Yeah, what
nigga.
is the hole in the middle? What's the point of it?
Yeah, it takes zero effort. It takes literally zero effort to unbutton that button that
What is the
made
point
his
of it
dick
anyway?
flop out.
Here's
Like
the
what
I
don't
don't know. I literally do not know. I don't know what boxers are for.
the problem
no,
is
boxers
no,
don't have the button.
the boxers
Some
do have the
but
button.
some of them do, but most of them do not.
The ones that do have the button are very shitty.
Well, if they have a really big hole, then the button is usually there.
Most of my boxers
Exactly.
do not have buttons.
The problem is that why is he streaming in his boxers to begin with? Like, please put on
He
some
does
pants.
that.
It's
He
kind of
does that all
hot.
the
It's kind of
time.
hot though, to be honest, Dustman.
Mohammed, you're gay and you were caught on tape because I'm streaming to YB gang.
Dustman, I'm bringing back fucking Robert. I'm bringing back Robert Hunter. Fuck you.
It doesn't escape you from the
He's
fact.
coming back from '89.
That nigga always in some damn underwear. He don't care. That nigga was in Japan and he just pulled down his pants.
That's just funny.
It started doing turbulence in the car.
If you get in,
Muhammad, kill
I might
yourself.
have to get you down.
Here, I'll be right
against
back.
the shit.
Mohammed,
Huh?
you ready to do some reading?
I'm not. I'm playing a game. I can't do Umineko.
I'm always playing something. You gotta stop playing those games, Mohammed.
No, you have to. Did you play the day?
That hit too close to home and I didn't like it.
I'm right. I'm always right. I'm wise like that. If you have not.
Well, the most important person is here, which is burgers, so we can get started. Will you grace us with a recap, burgers?
Yeah. Rosa like murdered Beatrice in cold blood because she like found the hidden mansion and then she like walked into the hidden mansion and then Beatrice is like, "Who am I?" Like, ah! And then they left the hidden mansion and then Beatrice like fell on a cliff.
Yeah, because it was like Rosa had actually signed a treaty with the wolves in the forest, and so she.
Oh no, most importantly, Beatrice said in red that there were only 18 humans.
That's true. Which makes
Only?
witches imaginary. Now the YB gang knows. You don't know yet, but today we're going to disprove witches. We're gonna prove that witches are not real, not by disproving their existence, but by proving that they're imaginary.
Oh shit.
This is the true way to bring about the end of witches. Oh yeah, this was just Grandpa Kinzo like yelling and crying.
Yeah, you loaded the game like a few minutes before.
Huh? Yeah.
You loaded the game like a few minutes before we ended.
Yeah, rib man. Yeah, okay, how this game is robbed. Yeah, and he's talking about the game, of Beatrice's game.
Yeah.
I think Beatrice is bad at playing games.
For a second I thought you were gonna have a Marcel moment and say that Beatrice is bad and just end there.
Nope. She's just really bad at games.
It's good to see that Muhammad has some integrity still. Oh yeah, the intricate clock, which is probably the clock that we keep
He
seeing.
doesn't really talks about time.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing. He's a madman because everybody knows that the final hour of the day is the limit of 24. Like the final moments.
No, it's 23:59. 59.
Look, as t approaches 24, what's it called? The limit of t approaching 24 from the negative side. And I'll write that like properly. Of course, t representing time. This is the most accurate way to write the end of the day.
Okay, but if that's true, then explain this.
What do you mean?
Explain it.
The final hour of the day is the limit
It's 0.
as t approaches 24 from the negative side. Zero.
Yeah, 0.
Zero is the
It's
beginning
0.
of the next day.
Yeah, it's 0. Like, it's the 0 right there. Like
Okay,
0. Like,
here's a proposition. Does 0 exist?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so it's the first minute of the first day.
Yeah.
How much time is there in a day?
No.
The limit as t approaches 24 from the negative side. That's how much time there is in a day. You see, Burgers is crying right now because he knows.
What do you mean? No, because you have 23 hours, right? And then 59 minutes, right? And you have like a shit ton of like seconds and milliseconds and like just seconds and all that.
Yeah.
So explain that.
So how do you represent that numerically?
23, 59, and then it will be like 59 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9
Okay, so when we have something,
I'm not done.
when we have wait before I'm gonna cut you off right there because we know where this is going. What I'm saying is that in calculus we have a way of representing a number that approaches infinitely but doesn't reach, and that's a limit. Right? So the limit as t approaches from the negative side.
You put the up arrow, and then you put an infinity symbol, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
The infinity. No, you're not approaching infinity. You're approaching. What are you talking about? It's not an exponent.
That's poggers, bro. Just called up G-Mod.
I'm gonna
sneak me some cookies, bro.
Shoot. African's the real winner today.
Oh my fuck your Umineko gay shit, nigga. I just caught me some cookies. Fuck.
Look, African. Do you know how much time there is in a day?
T nigga, fuck you, huh?
You know how much time there is in a day, African?
Like,
okay, it was like the dots, right?
About 24/7.
Like you just write down that little like dot above the number, and then it's like it's recurring. It's like a recurring decimal with a little dot above it. It's like a dash or a dot. But either way, it's like above the number.
That's how much time there is in a day.
Bro, it just says fucking T pointing to 24 like minus or something. I don't know what I'm looking at, bro.
That's the limit as t approaches 24 from the negative side.
Okay, so nigga, I don't care. Would you like create that or something?
What?
He just invented this.
John,
he invented time.
No, John Calculus invented that.
So Dustman invented it.
That's the.
I think you were inventing time first.
Yeah, no, my name is John Calculus. I actually invented calculus.
No way that nigga's last name is Calculus.
It's named after him.
There's no way that nigga's name was Calculus.
It's John Calculus.
You're lying to me.
Wait, let's see. Who made the fundamental theorem of calculus? Oh shoot! Okay, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you who made it.
Bro, there's no way.
His name was Isaac Barrow.
Alright.
It's such a bad name. Who would call their son Barrow? It's like they saw some marrow and they
Who
were
invented
like, oh.
calculus? Nigga, Isaac Newton did that shit.
Bro, Isaac Newton's dumb. Isaac Barrow made the fundamental theory of calculus. The fundamental theorem of calculus, alright? Like, Isaac Newton tried to make it without a foundation.
You said the fundamental what, nigga?
Fundamental theorem of calculus. You see, look, this is Kinzo explaining.
I don't even know how to spell that shit, nigga!
I'll type it out for you in your inbox.
Thank you. Put it in my mailbox, I'll read it later. Theorem. This is definitely one of them British ass words.
I despise Kinzo. I'm Beatrice pilled now.
Said Beatrice build.
Like, I can't believe this. I would never accept her though, because she's imaginary. At the same time, I would accept her as imaginary.
Some nigga, bro, it's some nigga named, wait.
Isaac Barrow.
Nah, bro, they got some nigga named Godfrey Leibniz. Like, nigga, I don't know what that's.
Leibniz?
Something, yeah. Leibniz. That shit is tough. I hate math.
I'm a mathematic.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Who is that guy? What'd he do? A German polymath. This guy had like multiple math wives.
This is awesome.
Why does his hairstyle look like that? He's weird. I think you're out of your mind, African. You can't say that.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Look, this guy Riemann, right? Bernard Riemann, that guy was cool. He adds sigmas to math. Oh yeah, that's right. So, Kinzo, he gets his tarot cards, and he just keeps reading them until he gets the most favorable result.
So true.
Now, enter narration. Burgers, I'm talking to you.
Oh, true. The Marquis said for this, the most favorable result would vary, but when he demanded the most favorable result in a strictly literal sense, it was the same as a simple roulette of luck, where he seeked an arithmetic miracle. However, Kinzo used miracles of numbers as the basis of his magical powers. This functioned perfectly well as a magical ritual. In other words, until the result he desired appeared perfectly, he would strive to repeat the tarot readings over and over with conviction, turning the feelings of his heart into prayers, so that when they reached the heavens, they would be sublimated into results. This was Kinzo's personal magical interpretation. Therefore, even though Kinzo's tarot cards are no different from those generally used, the way in which they were used was completely different.
Tonight will not go as I thought.
Kinzo stopped his hands for a second. He seemed not to be getting the results he wanted. On the contrary, bad cards that shouldn't show up so often appeared repeatedly, and continued to interfere with the wish Kinzo wished for.
Is that how it is?
Kinzo seemed to have received some revelation that was different from normal. But judging by the unlucky cards scattered across his desk, it was difficult to imagine that the omen had been a good one. For a while, Kinzo closed his eyes tightly, pondering something. An orb.
There's no way he's pondering his orb right now.
Then, as the thunder roared, he made up his mind about something, took the telephone receiver, and dialed.
It is I. Is Genji there? An urgent matter has come up.
In front of the entrance hall, Shannon's once burning face had been cooled off by the frigid air. She had thought that Ben's proposal would surely come sooner or later. It wasn't as though she hadn't prepared herself mentally. She had answered by nodding. Had she been reckless because of her youth? Should she have thought about her future more seriously? I wonder if my immediate reply made him think I'm a cheap girl. I'd at least waited until tomorrow morning. That'd at least have shown him that I was taking it seriously. Now that she'd already received the ring from Ben, Jen kept fidgeting in embarrassment. I should have done this. I should have done that. As he did, he heard the sound of footsteps splashing through puddles. Jen immediately chased away the emotion to a leg up beside her. Genji-sama! Yeah, and Kennen-kun too! Oh, I'm sorry, I have to go back soon. She grew stiff, thinking she'd surely be scolded for spending too much time in her secret lovers' meeting with Ben. Shannon. The master told us to come to the study, saying it was urgent. Let us hurry. Huh. Yes, certainly. What in the world? He said he had a premonition of misfortune. Considering he's the one who started this ceremony. We will enter from the back so that Goda doesn't see us or notice us. Hide your footsteps. Oh, Shannon's gonna be all loud.
Yeah,
Ken doesn't even have to hide his footsteps, he just walks normally.
Yeah.
With Shannon, she's gonna be all like, I guarantee it's
Not that.
There she is. Look at her chest. Yeah.
Let's start talking to the woman.
May-san, take care. You're so noisy. I told you.
True. He proved it, yeah.
And it was especially good at hiding his footsteps. I told
He
you.
just walks normally.
Just like a cat. He was able to suddenly be there without anyone noticing and leave in the same way. For example, even though he stepped in puddles, the sound he made was far smaller than that of the rain hitting them. Genji also had abilities of that kind. Or rather, those servants called furniture were supposed to be like that. Just like how desks and closets go unnoticed by members of the family. These servants also held it as a great virtue to just suddenly be there whenever they were needed. Compared to that, Shannon's footsteps so strongly asserted themselves. He was also trying to hide her footsteps. But compared to Kennen and Genji, well, you could say she was a little more boisterous, like bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Eventually, they reached the back door and the three of them entered the mansion. Immediately, they thought they felt something. Did Tommy just get kidnapped by the witch? It was different from a sense of smell, and it seemed to hit the depths of their noses. This hard-to-describe sensation, which you might call a sixth sense, allowed them to perceive that something was different from usual. Why their nose, though? It's like, oh, a gut feeling, you know? It's like a sixth sense.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of this is just like smell adjacent.
They're just like, you know.
You thought, like, I smell something fishy, you know?
There's a fishy aroma.
Exactly. Genji-sama. Indeed. Let us hurry. Thanks for cluing us in.
I wish the audio on my Game Boy worked so you could hear it. It's like,
Wait, what do you mean?
cause like I turned on the Game Boy just now, but it's not even making any noise, so it's not funny. Like at that
That
point, I'm
sensation made
just
it
not paying
feel as
attention.
though a tense something was pressing in around them. Realizing that, the three of them dashed up the stairs, heading for Kinzo's study while still hiding their footsteps. Okay, Shannon is definitely not doing that. When they dashed up the stairs, that smell of sweet poison peculiar to Kinzo's study reached their noses. What is it, Genji-san? The barrier is dead. Huh? Ah. After hearing Cannon's words, she looked at the door to the study. A scorpion pattern was engraved on the doorknob, a powerful ward against magic. The final barrier which protected Kinzo himself. It had been broken.
Here's the guy, but not from Spy Kid. What's your word? Ugh! So when we were in Lakeland,
Okay, Delta the Rizzler.
Sure.
He hit her with that one-liner.
I'm telling you, like, it's not fair.
I mean, we don't even know how she looks like, so I can't make a comment.
I mean, I guess that's true, but, like, still, like lane-pilled femcel.
What makes her a lane pull femcel?
Which is Lane as her background.
Does she? I never clicked on it. I didn't actually look too deep into her profile.
You just click on it.
Yeah, I didn't click on her at all. I just see her like posting occasionally. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Sure.
I don't know if it was a wise decision to bring her here. All I have to do is make sure she does not see like speed. This could be a Fed for all we know.
That's true.
This could be a Fed trying to contact us.
This is a honeypot, damn it.
She's trying to outgoon us or something, bro.
Bum bum. Da-da-dum. Bum bum.
Of course, there was no change to the doorknob that the eye could see. However, those who could understand things people couldn't perceive would be able to recognize that a dramatic change had occurred.
Oh, sorry.
Master! Master! It is Genji. Please open the door. Genji called in this way after knocking several times. There was no answer from the study. Shannon, guard her backs. Yeah, get her to do it. Cannon, search inside the room. Yes, like at once.
You had to
I
say
should've
it
just talked
twice
about it.
at once.
Yeah, I should have just said it twice at once, really. Cannon put his ear against the door, searching for a presence inside the study. To protect the backs of the pair watching the door, Shannon faced the other way, ready for the unexpected. The master must be in here, but it's too quiet. Do you mean to say he's safe? No. It's too quiet. What could it possibly be? Master, excuse us about the door. Genji pulled a gold key out of his pockets. It was the only key to the study that existed other than the one Kinzo held. He stuck it in the keyhole and turned it heavily. At first glance, that seemed to prove that it was a sturdy lock. However, now that the barrier had been destroyed, this door might as well have been left open from the viewpoint of anyone with magical power. The heavy sound just now meant that the door had now been opened even for humans. They aren't humans, though. Excuse me. As Genji respectfully bowed his head, and Cannon's sense of tension grew tighter, and Shannon trembled, they entered the study. They immediately discovered Kinzo's figure. He was sitting on the reception sofa so that his back faced them. Genji noticed the person sitting across from him, and again bowed deeply. Cannon also noticed that person, but he didn't bow his head. Faced. He stood in front of Shannon and spread out his arms, blocking the way to her. So without even seeing that person's face, Shannon already had a good idea who it was. So, you have come, Beatrice-sama.
Genji, is it? You came very quickly. Yes, it is always best when furniture answers to their master's call quickly. Unlike this person.
So, Ronove-sama has come as well. How does he know Ronove? Genji directed his greeting towards the thin darkness behind, to the right of Beatrice, where there shouldn't have been anything. Even Cannon and Shannon would never have imagined that someone was there. However, the darkness responded immediately and praised Genji's eyesight.
As usual, you don't disappoint. It has been quite some time. Still, you've grown old, haven't you? Have so many years truly passed you by?
My days have been full and satisfying. It appears you have been living quite a full life yourself, Ronove-sama.
Yes, thank you. And Shannon, it has been a long time since I last saw you as well. You have grown quite beautiful, and it seems that you have grown quite strong. That is fortunate.
Thank you very much. Nason, who in the world?
This will be our first meeting, Canon-kun. I, Ronove, have been entrusted with the position of Beatrice-sama's head furniture. I am an old friend of Genji-san's, and I am also furniture, just like you. Although the master I serve is quite different.
The tense color didn't disappear from Cannon's face in the slightest. Depending on the master furniture served, they might be kind of or brutal or anything else. This person claimed to be furniture serving the hated Beatrice, and he must be despicable as well.
It seems I'm thoroughly despised. It's as though you hate everything that has anything to do with me.
Beatrice openly sneered at Cannon's hate-filled face. Then Cannon finally realized. Beatrice and Kinzo were having a chess game across the reception table. But Kinzo hadn't even quivered. He was holding his head with both hands, his eyes closed tight as he contemplated his next move. Or was he in anguish? Master.
I have told Kinzo 2 things. There's good news and bad news. The good news is that he'll have the good fortune of being reunited with me before the ceremony ends. The bad news is that Kinzo has been selected as the very first sacrifice in the ceremony. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it, because it truly was decided by the fickle roulette.
Liar. We know you're just a murderer who kills for fun. Stop it, Cannon Gun. Like the witch sympathizer.
So, Kinzo, isn't it about time you decided to accept your loss? With this, our long contest is at an end, yes?
At a glance, it was hard to make out the situation on that chaotic chessboard. However, judging by Kinzo's anguish and Beatrice's malicious confidence, it seemed to be over already.
It is unavoidable. Perhaps even this could be amusing. It is to me too. Resolving my contest with you may bring a flood of emotions, but it has already surpassed love and hate. It was fun. These past few decades certainly weren't boring.
Beatrice advanced her queen and made her final move. And that's decided it.
Checkmate.
That was a picture.
This is my final tribute to you. Without any reservations. Sleep.
Kinzo suddenly stood up and laughed, like an opera singer facing a full crowd and spreading his arms, as though he had succeeded in a century-long plan. That laugh spat crimson. Crimson flames poured out from inside him. Damn, splitting even out his mouth, ears, and nose, and all at once, his body was wrapped in hellfire. But Kinzo kept laughing. The more he laughed, the more the hellfire spewed from his entire body and began to char him. Those flames became a brilliant light, which dazzlingly shone on the various magic tools throughout the room, making their distorted shadows dance across the walls. Those shadows looked like the dead in hell, watching over Kinzo in ecstasy as he burned. And for one who had made a contract with the witch, it was an extremely fitting end, in accordance with those terms. After laughing and howling in the roaring flames for some time, Kinzo flopped to the ground as though he was a puppet whose strings had been cut. Those incredible blazing flames disappeared as though they'd been completely burned up, and afterwards nothing remained but a festering and burnt corpse that one could hardly bear to look at. And so on the first day, when he literally got brought down to the boiler room, and he got like charred, does that mean that he didn't even... Oh no, I guess because they smelt him. They could smell something was wrong in the boiler room. So does that mean on the first, like the first game, that he actually did just go in the furnace and just burn like that? Because what's up with him just burning like spontaneously this time?
Well, this time it's just Beatrice using her lighter. But I think the first time he was put in the furnace. Because Beatrice...
Yeah, he's a fucking Ronaway too. He's literally a fucking devil.
Well, but Ronaway wasn't around back then.
I mean, this time. It could be Ronaway.
Oh, yeah.
Just after watching a man like burn to cinders, like the wise man canon. Just horrible.
You should talk. As if you didn't think that was a fitting way for him to die.
Why have you shown yourself? Do you have some business with us? Stop it, Cannon Khan. You mustn't provoke Beatrice-sama.
It would seem you have them absolutely terrified. I imagine I'll never get along with Canon. Hey, it's not as though I dislike you particularly.
Beatrice grinned. Cannon violently averted his gaze, obviously unhappy. His reaction was so different from what he wanted to do that it made the witch and her butler laugh. Cannon, you stand in the presence of Beatrice-sama. Carefully consider your manner of speech.
Oh, I care not, Genji. Let him say what he pleases. I am gracious.
How are you gracious?
I am always gracious to those who are about to die.
Ken was taken aback by that creepy laughter. Beatrice wasn't here just to take Kinzo's life. The first twilight required 6 sacrifices. Kinzo alone wasn't nearly enough. And they just casually walked in here.
Fear not, Canon. It isn't as though you'll be selected as sacrifices just because you came here. After all, you were called here because you'd been selected already.
All of them? What? Nah, that's bullshit. Their instincts were good enough to spot her meaning instantly. 6 sacrifices were required for the first twilight. After Kinzo, how many more would you need to add up to 6? 5? Like what? In this mansion, the number 5 instantly made them think of the number of servants here. I mean, there's only 3.
There's the 3, but then there's also Goda and...
Yeah, it's Kumasawa and Goda, but they aren't here. They're just like doing something, I don't know. Is that what you desire?
Indeed. Thank me, furniture. Tonight your days of suffering will finally end. You ought to thank me for coming here to tell you this.
Certainly. If that is your desire. Genji-sama? Genji had agreed to the witch's heartless announcement with his usual demeanor, without raising an eyebrow. Now that the master is dead, Beatrice-sama is our master. Responding to her demand shall be our final duty. Shannon. Ken. You have done well serving until today. That hard work is now over.
As I expected of you, Genji. Just gonna hold it here.
Wait, what comes after a B?
C.
How about E?
¿Tú te vas de viaje otra vez?
No. ¿Quieres que me desempate? No, es por si acaso.
Por si acaso no vamos de nuevo.
Sí. Vamos a empezar.
Mira, parece que no vamos de nuevo.
Ah, es para acá. Papi, ya tú te inscribiste para el semestre, ya tú escogiste tu materia.
Sí.
Yo no sé cómo va a ser este año, cómo va a ser tu materia, cómo va a ser tu schedule.
El lunes a jueves por la mañana.
De lunes a jueves por la mañana. Y el viernes libre.
Sí, el viernes libre.
Ah, ese pasé un par de pesos con la vieja. Ahí ayudamos a mí siempre y sacarle un par de pesos.
Para sacarle, o te lo dice como si yo fuese una personita.
No, mi hijo, pero claro, le ayuda y te gana.
Who knows that is? Ooh. Joined.
Rough.
This nigga barked.
Ah,
No, mira, anoche dejó caer una pastilla.
ajá. La encontró. Ya. Ah, oui. Ah. Bueno, papi me llama ahorita cuando quiere que le pongan gota.
I still don't watch the Baron Omatsuri movie. It's a wacky non-canon film. Don't do it.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've already seen it.
Was it good?
I say it's a very different One Piece movie. A very
Was it like
different
the
one.
scary one?
Yeah, it's a scary one.
Oh, okay, never mind.
See, even Dustman's so scared, you can hear it in his voice. Oh, God.
What's up, Marcel?
What's up?
Hey, Marcel.
What the hell is that in G that you posted, Muhammad?
Huh? Oh, that's something they posted in the server. Like the GPO server. It's a full use sneak peek. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Dang it, where's
How
my
many-
glasses?
Oh, Dustman, this. Oh my God,
I can't-
Dustman, the One Piece expert.
I can't find my glasses.
No, I
But
think.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I feel like it's probably referencing another anime because now
Yeah.
full use starting to do that.
But is this a fruit or what?
I don't know.
Is there not like a blood fruit?
There
Not
probably
yet.
is, but they haven't revealed them yet. Whoever has that fruit is probably really fucking broken. Hello? That's how you feel about the blood fruit.
Is that what that is?
No.
That's venom, right? That's something new with venom.
I don't think that has anything to do with venom. It's too bloody to be something related to venom.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anyways. Marcel, you wanna watch this movie?
No.
Bitch, I should kill you.
Don't. Oh. Girl, bro.
But I went and got Zippo since this shit had none.
What's
I
Zippo?
filled it up, but sometimes it'll dry out too quick.
What's Zippo?
It's a lighter fluid.
Oh.
By the way, I think it's not good to use anymore.
What do you mean by this?
Why?
The thing that holds the burnt is like completely burnt.
The wick?
Yeah.
What you do is you just pull it out some more, and then you cut off the black part.
Alright, hold on.
Use some tweezers.
Yeah, I pulled more of the wick out, trimmed it, still ain't working that good.
So you bought it and it just doesn't work?
Look up a tutorial. Well, first of all, how much is out?
Like, it'll turn on, but I have to flick it like 20 times.
So that just means it needs more flint.
So the flint's just lacking. All right,
You can just-
Marcel, go to the caves.
So if you take the sleeve out, like the inner part, you'll see a thing on the bottom that has a screw. You just take that out, you drop a new flint in, and then you put the spring back in. It's easy. Which I have spare flint. You'll just have to bring it over. No, we'll figure it out later. I'm watching that One Piece movie.
Fuck you.
You be filming me, brother.
Fuck you.
You got your rapist home with the black balls over there. Excuse me, my good man. What must you be speaking of?
What?
Huh? Alright.
Alright, I have found my glasses.
Oh.
I knew there was gonna be like a 30-minute cutscene or something when my parents came upstairs. But now they're in their bed and all that, so
It causes.
so we're chilling again. So, as I expected of you, Genji, as your fellow furniture, I'm proud to have known you.
Ken, do you have any objections? No, yes she does. I heard that Ben gave you a ring. Do you still say that you have no regrets? Yes. That blessing was more than furniture deserves. Just receiving the ring has already satisfied my feelings. Shannon couldn't take quite as much of a philosophical view as Genji. There probably were regrets left in her heart. She probably wanted to spend a little more warm time with the person she cared for, Ben. But she released herself from that. She took a single deep breath and a blank expression rose to her face. Very well, I will go along with this.
It does surprise me a tad to find you've gained such composure, Shannon. It seems you too have taken a philosophical view as furniture. Won't you at least shed some bitter tears for not being able to spend a night with the man you love? What a boring woman.
This feeling cannot be understood by the likes of you, Beatrice-sama. If you desire our lives, please accept them. We will solemnly carry out that duty. Very well. Excellently put.
Just the
This
type of
ignoring
person
Ken.
Beatrice-sama can't handle. What happened?
There's ignoring Ken.
Oh yeah. She's been taking such a far-sighted view of things lately. I must have tormented her too much last time. Speaking of which, didn't I do the same to Badler? Am I still soft? Or is the way I corner them lacking? In any case, she's just no fun. However, it seems you will still entertain me, right? Cannon! Cannon's face, he looks like he just saw the gat. You see the bloke's face when he saw the gat?
No, he went to your house and like saw you eating food.
What do you mean?
Like he's just used to goat's delicacies, and then he goes to your house, and then he sees you made like a quad glycinator with like the goislaw.
What? Didn't you see the last thing I ate? Go to Proximitos right now.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Just because you sometimes have good things, like doesn't take it away. Also, what even is that? That's like mystery meat. You didn't say what meat it was.
Bro, it's the meat. Wait, I put it up on the screen so YB Gang can take a look.
What kind of meat it is?
Look. Let's go from right to left, right? We got the Tiger Brow malt beverage. We got the bean. We got the cream. And then for the meat, let's zoom in on this. So we got some beef, We got some
Wellington?
pork. A lot of pork, actually. We got the taquito with a little bit of chicken in it. We got a tortilla with some cheese in it.
That's when your Muslim fans are not happy.
I'm not Muslim.
No, but your Muslim fans.
I think there's a little bit of chicken meat in there as well, I'm not sure. I think it's pork though, well, mostly.
They're angry.
Hey, look. I keep it 100.
No, you keep it 2.
I keep it real, okay?
You keep it 1, not 100.
Muhammad, I'm not gonna take your twisted view of the world and apply it to real situations, okay?
I'm sorry, but you keep it 1, not 100.
You are imaginary, Muhammad.
I am the realest person you have ever known. When like your parents were shot and killed, I was there.
You were watching.
No, I was the one who had the gun.
Hey, you weren't even watching them. You just killed them.
All it does is make you a murderer.
Oh yeah, what I said was I did say I was there.
The police are on the way. There are sirens.
Yeah, this is on the stream.
JK, just kidding.
Muhammad confesses to
In Minecraft!
He confesses.
in Minecraft, I say.
I don't
He had
remember.
the
Was
guts
it
mod.
who said that again? Where they just said in Minecraft after they like committed to like said some horrible shit.
I
Like
think,
the one.
Tell them about like killing an FBI agent or something.
I think it was like raping and killing an entire village.
I don't think it was a village. I think it was like an actual Fed that they were talking about.
I don't know.
I don't think I'm
No. It's like FBI agents when they see me describe the most awful and intricate genocide, but then it ends with in Minecraft.
Oh, we almost got them, boys.
Hey, I know there's a meme like that. Anyway,
Compared to the two who had taken a far-sighted approach, there was a painful anguish on Cannon's face.
these people need glasses.
Cannon was still far too young to accept his demise after being told of it by a suddenly appearing witch.
Club.
I hate boredom more than anything. And the fact that the other two have obediently accepted their deaths isn't amusing at all. So
You
I
gonna
hope
let
you don't
him live?
betray my expectations.
I have returned from my grub.
Good grubbing.
True. Are you trying to make me your plaything? Marcel would love to be in this situation.
Hey, Marcel, if you were in this situation, would you like to be the little boy?
Let me see what's going on. Wait, what? Little boy?
Yeah, there's a little boy and there's the golden wish.
What do you mean, little boy?
He's like 14 years old.
He's not.
The witch, like, pegged this nigga? What's going on?
No, so she wants to make him her
Even like he's
plaything.
gonna kill him.
No?
What?
No, he's the same age as Jessica. Remember?
Oh yeah, he's like...
So
He was...
Jessica's like 17. He should be like 17ish.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he's just short.
He was 14 at
Oh,
one
he's
point.
my age, then never mind.
Well, yeah, he's probably 14 because it's like they always talk about 2 years ago for some reason. Like 2 years ago. Oh yeah, 2 years ago when Shannon first met Beatrice. I think that was 2 years ago. So that's why they talk about him being.
Right,
Well, I guess that means he's 16 then.
Yeah.
If he was 14 2 years ago, yeah.
I'm
Nice.
just saying,
Well, it's still pretty
your
close.
testosterone is probably spiked, like, at least by 50%.
Somebody
Throughout
spiked
this
your
entire
beverage, Marcel?
What?
Somebody spiked your beverage?
No! You guys.
What do you mean?
We spiked your beverage?
No!
What are you
I
talking about?
never said anybody spiked my beverage.
But then what are you talking about?
I'm saying that because there's so many bitches with big ass tits in this goddamn game, you guys have probably had an increase in testosterone because y'all be seeing that shit
Oh.
like every fucking
Ah.
day. Like I know y'all niggas at least get a little horny, right?
Not when I see the golden witch, but when I
It's
see...
more like the golden bitch. What do you mean?
Fuck you.
No, I mean, I was Beatrice pilled earlier today, but it was for different reasons. But it's like, there's also times in the day, you know, when like I'm watching the stream, it's like, yeah, you know, that's a 100 right there. At least in the past. Not anymore, I've got bigger fish to fry now.
Fuck.
And by that I mean fried fish.
Cannon realized that he was being provoked.
Alright, but is there a role that I can play here, or
You want to read the Golden Witch's lines?
never mind? No.
You want to read the
Yeah,
lines
it's
of,
not that. She's gonna like kill like this old guy soon.
Okay.
You wanna read the lines of the? No, I can't. Burgers is always canon, so I can't do that.
Like the soon to die Genji.
Oh yeah, that's right. The old man. You want to be the old man?
Sure.
Okay.
He's dying of AIDS.
However, no matter how furiously anger spurred him on, his opponent was a witch. He was Furniture. He hadn't had a chance of victory from the beginning. But the witch was expecting that he'd struggle in vain and writhe around, and was even looking forward to it. Just thinking about that was frustrating enough to get his blood boiling. Was disappointing the witch by refusing to resist like the other two the only way he could strike back at her? No, it's simple. Just slit their throats, Cannon. Steal her kill.
Oh shoot! Steal the kill. Okay. Eldest of the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, Lucifer. Arise. No, Marcel's gonna have a ball now. Lucifer.
I'm this girl?
No, you're the
No, I
other
think
one.
you're a different one. Yeah, I don't even know. There's too many.
Yeah, I always
You're
do
the dude.
Lucifer, come on.
They all look the same.
No. Lucifer of Pride, right here. Canon, it would be far too cruel to force furniture to fight a witch. No matter how much anger spurs you on, you would have no hope in a battle without a chance of success. Of course, such a battle would be boring for me as well. So let it be furniture against furniture. Why not resolve it with a battle between you two? That should be enough to allow you some hope for victory, right?
The Cannon might actually win.
Oh shit. Okay. I mean, you
No,
could-
because if he's like fuming, right? He's like his blood is boiling, like he's like Gah! And he's like burning with rage and wrath. He's gonna fuck her up.
That's true. No, you could do
I'll
her
be
if
rapper.
you want, Marcel.
What?
Because she's probably gonna have a couple of lines, so you could probably voice her.
Alright, hold up.
You've seen.
Wait, want me to? Oh, never mind.
What happened?
No, continue. My fault.
Sure. Forgive me, Beatrice Sama, but how could I be inferior to this good-for-nothing furniture? As if this cutie would have any chance against me. Prove that you can defeat my furniture, the 7 stakes of purgatory. If you manage to win through, let us see. I will let you select the 5 who will escape becoming one of the 13 sacrifices. I will welcome the 5 you recommend into the Golden Land without any conditions. How about that?
Cannon understood that he was being provoked. However, the witch's offer was very tempting. That's kind of the point. At this point, Ken couldn't care less about this evil ceremony the witch and the rest were trying to carry out. On the contrary, it was much more important that he remain alive so he could be invited to the Golden Land, based, and have his wish granted by Beatrice there.
You cried, saying you'd had enough of being furniture, right? I shall grant your desire. I shall give you that human body you
I got
wanted so much. You cried yourself
one
to
for the
sleep.
blood and one for the hose.
What do
I
you
got
say?
2 phones, one for
That
the
way,
bitches
you
and one
and
for the
Jessica can be
dough.
together, yes?
Which I
Oh,
need 2
just perfect.
phones.
You may recommend that Jessica and yourself be invited to the Golden Land.
keep going. Never know, ring. Never know, ring.
If you alone finding happiness isn't a satisfying solution for you, then you can add in Shannon and George, the one she loves. If you're worried about duty, then you can also add Genji. Huh. That's 5 people. Isn't that enough, Cannon?
He was missing Badler.
This much of a reward? Yeah, I thought she was gonna add a Chandler, like, oh, you know, if you need somebody to help you lift things whenever your loins get frothy.
Sure.
You won't let me get bored, will you? He just saw the cat.
She's just playing with you. There's no need to listen to her. I don't like it. Are you okay with this, Nason? Beatrice couldn't hide her evil smile at those words. I don't like it.
Tits are fucking massive.
I want to be happy. I've had enough of being furniture. I want to become human and have normal love. I want to know that the ocean is blue like you.
How young. I'm jealous. That's why I like them real young. I like them 14,
What the hell?
15.
Dustman, calm down.
Beatrice is cancelled.
That's what Beatrice said.
Nah, she based.
She likes them real young. She likes little boys.
How do I become a little boy?
Gunji, Shannon, stay back. Cannon, Lucifer, forward.
Alright, Cannon, hold the mirror.
Who does she
Hold
think
the
she
mirror that
is?
you had hidden on you the whole time and will now like enhance your powers like it did to Shannon. Pull it out right now.
As you command. No.
He's seeing it so often.
He saw the gut. I gotta put it on the YP gang stream. Where is it? Did I ever send it to you?
I don't know. I think you sent it to
Oh
me.
wait, no, I have it. I just posted it in G.
About that prick's face when he saw the gat.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's not what I was. Alright.
About that prick's face when he saw the gat.
Yes. Wait, I gotta put it in. Patch it in.
Sad again.
The last one hand drawn though.
Yeah, what's up with the?
The glass is like lopsided. Like the glass is lopsided and he's holding the spoon but there's no food. Like why give
AI
him the
drawn?
spoon anyway? What do you mean AI drawn?
Where is it?
About that prick's face when he saw the gat.
I need more bullets. I need more bullets.
About that prick's face when he saw the gat. About that prick's face when he saw the gat.
Never mind. I see the drawing. I thought you were talking about something else.
Wait, no, it disappeared. Okay, I thought this might happen. I have to like modify the settings for it.
Dumbass.
Blue. And how do I think I have to get rid of the audio somehow.
About that prick's face when he saw the gat. About that prick's face when he saw the gat. About that prick's face when he saw the gat.
Fucking love Arizona's.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, there should be no audio coming from it now, but it's on the stream. I don't like it. That way you look down on me. As if Beatrice Sama would be impossible, but with me at least you've had a chance. I really don't like it.
That was probably humiliating for Lucifer.
I mean, she is pretty prideful.
But at the same time, she was also happy that she was lucky enough to have this adorable prey all to herself.
I guess.
She's even more humiliated when she dies.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes like twang. Oh, yeah, Marcel. Marcel. Were you there when Battler offered to drive his stake down the one on the right?
He, like, tried to pipe?
No, he just because they're the 7 stakes of purgatory, like the 7 sisters. And so he just said to her, "Oh, like maybe I should drive my stake into you." And then she was all like, "Grr," and then she killed him again.
Yeah. You know, 100% of the shots they don't take miss. I said that shit backwards.
Hey, mate, he took the shot. She did laugh when he said it, though. So, like, he's scoring
That's
points
true.
there, you know?
But, like, why
he
is
raised her
there-
up. Like
why is
with,
there
with each death, he gets one step closer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it like a passive ability?
Yeah. It's his passive ability.
But why is there like a little garment above her pussy, bro? Like, what is that for? Is that like to
I don't
fan
know.
it? That's so extra.
It's just a frill. It's just there.
I think I'm just being extra.
That's true. Come, furniture of the witch. Don't think that you can look down on me forever. Wait, what was the point of doing that?
This is the PowerPoint transition
Just flashed it a few times. What is this?
she comes in here making that face like if we're supposed to be impressed. Let me save, because it's still on old man over here. What is this face anyway? Oh, it's so much better, what?
You already know that.
No, I forgot what that one looks like. It's because they added, like, you know, the eyeshadow
Yeah, the
effect?
shadow, yeah.
They added that effect to this one for no reason. I mean, I guess it makes it more serious, but... So, Battler, isn't this a fun show?
Damn it. Another weird thing's happening. Like I'd ever believe in a magic battle. That's not magic, they're just like sword fighting.
Look, don't turn your eyes away, look at it. Look! It's magic, it's furniture. No matter how much you try to deny me in magic, look! If you've got all this happening right in front of you, it'd be a waste to miss it, don't you think? It's like a clown show, you know, like a magic show. Like it's all smoke and mirrors.
That's true.
It's a circus act. Look! Just stop thinking. Magic exists. This is fantasy. Don't close your eyes. Look closely. Look. This is the worst approach that Beatrice has taken, but also the best one. Just,
Wait, what is it?
just try to gaslight him into finally accepting it.
Damn it. I won't accept the witches, I won't accept magic.
That's the thing. He's kind of at a low right now, you know. So it doesn't take much to get him to accept.
But if it's being done right in the open like that, what am I supposed to say? Damn it.
Come now, don't turn away. Look closely, okay? Magic exists. This is fantasy. So stop playing detective. I know your secret. You actually don't really like to think things through, right? Then
Wait
just
a minute.
Stop.
Wait. Wait a Dude, Beatrice said there are 18 humans. on Rokujima, but like the furniture aren't humans, they're furniture.
Holy smokes!
So there's really only like 15 people, because like Kumasawa and Goda are both human.
Uh-huh.
Like who are the other 3?
Yeah, so like Beatrice and like you know, like Battler's sister and young Ava. She's just living in her head. Well, that's 3 already, so I don't have to keep counting. I'm like Rudolph, you know, sometimes I gotta get Kyrie to do the numbers for me. No, I think like Beatrice, she's kind of just like, this one's really easy to disprove. That's why she's trying to get him to, trying so hard to make him think it's magic. Look, it's gotta be fantasy, gotta be fantasy. No, this is actually like Maria in disguise. She keeps repeating things.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Don't talk to me!
Ronave, work with us, please. This guy's getting stubborn. Won't you apologize and crawl on the ground right now for being so conceited that you thought you could beat me? If you did, I wouldn't mind forgiving you, okay? Then you wouldn't have to have your skin ripped off while you're still alive, or get lashed all over your body as you squirm until you die. You're a cutie, so apologize. If you do, I'll finish you off so gently while it still feels great.
Be silent, furniture of the witch. I have no intention of speaking with you.
So you're saying you think nothing of me? That disrespectful face of yours is really ticking me off.
Cannon Con.
Isn't he stronger than he was against Satan? This is why humans are so frightening. In fact, sometimes they even become witches and treat demons as butlers.
How's Beatrice going poo poo poo?
Oh, no. Wait, but I
Shit,
mean,
like what?
the sprite changed.
Yeah, what are with these sprite changes?
I mean, I feel like that's just the kind of thing that... That's the kind of thing that Rodnave would say, you know?
Yeah, it is.
This is why... And he wasn't there last time. Maybe this is Beatrice going poo coo 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 coo. So what should I cheer on? Are you saying this guy's on par with me?
Now, is he saying that he's better than you? Don't look down on me. As long as you have that pride, you'll never defeat me.
I mean, he is the furniture of Kinza. Like, she has to watch herself. That guy's old.
Sure.
You speak of Lucifer, the eldest of the 7 sisters of Purgatory, and say that I cannot win? How conceited!
Kenan was desperately trying to stay alive, and he had a strong desire to become human. But Lucifer didn't feel anything stronger than a slight desire to play. So that led to an inevitable result. It was a result that could be achieved by the power of humans. The power of the heart. That's as far as you go. You cannot win against me. The glowing red curve extended straight out from Canon's arm, pointing at Lucifer's throat just beneath the tip of her chin.
What is this? How could I? There must be some mistake.
As she ground her teeth in irritation, she tried to deny the truth right before her eyes. But no matter how much she believed in her own superiority, it didn't change the facts right in front of her.
Well done, Cannon. Wonderful, you haven't bored me. How pitiful my furniture is compared to that. Lucifer, you are boring, milady. Was this opponent really too much for you to handle?
It's because she doesn't have a heart.
Exactly.
That's literally it.
No, yeah, that's the thing, like...
Kenzo gave his furniture hearts.
Exactly. No, Beatrice is incompetent. She doesn't know how to make a proper furniture.
Exactly.
Like, her only good furniture is just a demon that she hired.
She hired him. She didn't even make him.
I'm disappointed, eldest of the 7 stakes.
It would have seemed like mere rebuke to an outsider. However, furniture serving the witch knew what kind of severe treatment was promised by that rebuke, and understood what had been left unsaid.
You good-for-nothing furniture?
She howled. Abandoning her last bit of pride, she made her body explode, exposing her true form. That form was a demon stake, which bounced off the wall surrounding the room.
How could you shame me so much? Kill, 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 kill! You blockhead! Even though you can't even follow my movements anymore. I won't play around anymore. I'm seriously mad. I'll pierce your heart in one blow. I'll plow right through you, make a fountain of bright red blood reach the ceiling. Die!
Like a cannon gun! After flying about wildly for some time, with the speed approaching the limits of what a human eye could follow, Lucifer flew at Cannon's heart, and he killed her. She could tell that it was Cannon's blood by the sweet taste of it. Ah, come on. But she quickly noticed one thing. She hadn't pierced his heart.
Oh. This is why humans are frightening. Would you like some black tea? I am fine for now. This is so amusing, I don't even need any.
The cannon gun. You were arrogant again. I told you that you wouldn't be able to defeat me. The floor was stained with dripping blood. It really was Cannon's blood, but it wasn't flowing out of his chest. Cannon had sacrificed his own left hand to protect his heart. The blade's on his right, so he's fine. Lucifer was arrogant. Even though she'd been given enough time to realize that this was an opponent capable of cornering her. In her pride, she had believed him to be worthless. She had gotten careless. So, just as she had announced, she had aimed for his chest, trying to pierce his heart. Because she was arrogant, she hadn't even thought of aiming for somewhere other than the place she had announced. Now, maybe she had thought about it a little. However, her pride would not allow her to aim for a different spot. After all, she was a Lucifer of pride. Cannon, withstanding the pain, grasped the demon stake sticking deep into his left hand strongly with his right hand, and pulled it out. She heard the sound of breaking bones and even more blood dripping down. Shannon looked away reflexively. There was an air hole in the back of the pierced hand so big you could clearly see through to the other side. Cannon's face was filled with pain, but right now, he had won without a doubt. The demon stick he was gripping with his right hand turned back into Lucifer again. So the cannon was now gripping exactly where her neck was. It's my victory, Beatrice. Cannon didn't hold back at all with the hand gripping Lucifer's throat. She had challenged him again after their fight had already been decided. Cannon had no obligation to be considerate. Even so, Cannon released the witch's furniture. Was it his naive humanism, his pity for another furniture, or a final bit of respect to the witch? In any case, when she was released, Lucifer fell face down on the ground, retching and moaning over the pain in her throat.
Spectacular, Canon. Your great efforts have proven the correctness of some of Kinzo's research.
Renove was clapping his hands. The cannon, who had won at great cost and had a wound on his left hand that wouldn't close, Renove's applause only felt like mockery.
All possibilities dwell within the human heart, was it? My, this is why humans are frightening. Well done, Canon. You were victorious. Spectacular.
Ha! Oh, ha, ha. Are you okay? A cannon-kun! Shannon ran up to him and wrapped a handkerchief around his left hand, which is still spraying blood. This is like a full hole.
That was incredible, Canon. Truly incredible. Even I was hoping at least a little for an upset. That you didn't let me down makes you truly splendid furniture. I think better of you now. I honestly think better of you.
You haven't forgotten our promise, right, Beatrice?
Indeed. Of course I haven't forgotten. Witches and demons may be inhumane, however we are much more noble than humans when it comes to keeping promises. I will not go back on my word. I guaranteed that if you won, I would give you the right to decide the 5 people who will escape becoming the 13 sacrifices. Beatrice-sama, it's not like
When Beatrice waved her pipe, heaven and earth turned over just for Lucifer. That was a horribly natural result. She fell onto the ceiling. The ceiling doesn't seem that high to people standing on the floor. However, people who fall on upside down and head first usually don't agree.
My lady, isn't that a little too much? Perhaps you're right. I suppose I'll forgive her.
Beatrice waved her pipe again. When she did, the magic that had been affecting Lucifer was released. So, as a horribly natural result, this time she fell properly back onto the floor.
Beatrice-sama, forgive me. What are you so afraid of? I've already forgiven you, haven't I? So, Canon, shall we continue?
Continue what? You aren't saying you want me to finish her, are you?
No. It isn't over yet, right? Yeah, I mean, Canon didn't read the terms and conditions. She said, if you beat the 7 Sisters of Purgatory.
Yeah. What isn't? Stop dodging the question.
I did promise you your reward, didn't I? If you could defeat my furniture, the 7 stakes of Purgatory, right? Come, arise, the 7 stakes of Purgatory. The 6 younger sisters of the worthless elder sister.
Air split with shrill laughter. And as a golden splash scattered about, the remaining 6 sisters of Purgatory showed themselves. All the 7 sisters of Purgatory were here, after Ken was able to defeat one only by sacrificing his left arm. By now, Ken regretted his thoughtlessness in accepting the witch's challenge. He had been foolish to assume that a game against a witch would be on an even footing.
Lame! One-sama, why are you crawling on the floor? You people.
I told you, One-sama is useless. Even though she acts like she's so great just because she's the oldest, that's only on the outside. Yeah, seriously. Lucifer, One-sama, your disgraceful behavior damaged the reputation of us all. Know your shame, you novice.
Kanekun, that was totally awesome. But don't get cocky, okay? Lucifer One-sama brings back all the time, but she's no big deal compared to the rest of us sisters.
That's why I'm always saying Lucifer Nay shouldn't do anything. Just let her keep bragging all the time. After all, those of us with talent can handle all the tough jobs.
What are you gonna do, One-sama? Out of respect for your pride, we were planning to stay out of your way, in the hopes that you'd challenge him again in that beat-up body of yours. But Cannon-kun sure is strong, right? Right now, no matter how much you struggle, there's no way you could win, right? You people! My, you sisters are always so lively. Is this any time to fight amongst yourselves? It's only together that you're the 7 sakes of purgatory, right? Now play nice and execute the tasks I give you. And swiftly, okay? Hey, Lucifer One-sama. If you want to borrow the power of your little sisters, then say it, okay? We want to hear you ask for help with your own mouth. Do you plan to mock me even more? I, the foolish, weak, ugly, and shameful Lucifer, the eldest sister, beg my younger sisters to save me. Come on, let's hear it. If you let us hear that, we'll save you, okay? Everyone? You witch with a B.
The 7 sisters of purgatory unanimously closed in on their worthless sister, abusing her. Even Cannon, who had been fighting for his life until a second ago, couldn't bear to look at it.
As if I could say something like that. Quickly now. Clearly we won't make any progress here with you alone. Hurry up, let the 7 sisters strike Cannon. My, what is the matter, Lucifer? This is an order from Milady, is it not?
How cruel. After grinding her teeth over and over after hearing her sister's curses, Lucifer trembled all over and answered her sister's request.
I, the foolish, weak, ugly,
and shameful.
And shameful Lucifer, the eldest sister, beg.
The girl known as Pride was finally unable to endure the words she was saying, and broke down crying. However, the 6 younger sisters kept giggling cold-heartedly.
Wait a sec. Don't try to trick us by crying. You haven't finished saying it.
That should be enough. Come, sisters, let us display our power. I won't be satisfied till I hear the whole thing, okay? Come on, One-sama, keep going. That's enough. Come on, this shame affects us all. We won't let them leave here alive.
Okay, how should we play with this pitiful furniture? Any wonderful plans? Yes! Velzy thinks the 7 of us should get along and split Cannon up between us.
Good idea. That way all of the sisters can get along. Then I'll take the head. I'll leave the limbs and guts to you all.
No! I get the head!
There's no way that promise will mean anything, right? First one there wins.
Oh no, she's always last. Cannon-kun, if you've got any ideas for how we should kill you, just tell us, okay? The 7 sisters will kill you in an awesome way.
Damn.
You've shamed me so deeply. Slicing you into 8 pieces won't be enough. I'll slice you into 100 pieces. Here we go, everyone.
Alright, Cannon slices his throat.
He just kills himself.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes,
Oh, nice.
One-sama. Yes, master.
Yeah. Yes, master. Of course, master.
The 7 of them burst at once. They had no intention of playing or boasting. This time they would genuinely follow the Master's order. Take Cannon down swiftly. The seven sisters jumped around the room faster than the eye could see, examining how they could best kill Cannon. They tortured Cannon with their cruel giggles, sometimes making a close pass at him. They kept scraping his arms, shoulders, and cheeks, gradually carving red letters into his body. At that moment, Shannon dashed up behind him, holding on to him so that she blocked the way to his body a little. What? At the same time, a red cylinder wrapped around the two of them like a beam of light sent from heaven. Why is this coming back? The cylinder repelled the evil ones who tormented Cannon.
Because she brought it up, you know?
So, like, she only did this when she had the mirror. Why is it happening? Is it like Cannon's heart is just, like, so based?
Well, no, this is...
She was able to do this? I don't know.
This is Shannon's, like, her ability that she has with her arm, you know? Like, the curve.
Oh, she just doesn't have a blade? Oh, it's just this?
Yeah, she doesn't have a blade, she has this.
Nah.
What? You're me! This has nothing to do with you!
It's time to go beast mode.
Muhammad, you gotta read that one right there.
Alright, 1 second. I need to get my speaking voice ready. Hold up.
Okay.
I just drank a whole lot of water. Alright.
Ah, I see. You must want to play with us.
Yeah. Then I'll take it. All mine.
Beatrice-sama, can we take Shannon as our prey? I don't mind. Do as you like. It seems Cannon alone won't be enough to satisfy your gluttony.
You have our deepest gratitude. Come on, I'll make you regret coming out uninvited.
Muhammad, do that.
I'll turn you into scraps of meat so unrecognizable you won't be able to tell which is which. Mix you and mince you into hamburgers.
Idiot! Breaking that barrier should come first, right? Don't let your gluttony get in the way of your job. Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
As a horribly natural first action, the seven sisters began to destroy the barrier Shannon had created. Shannon's barrier certainly was strong. It was powerful enough to impress even Beatrice.
Why doesn't she just walk out with the barrier, you know?
I don't know. With its strength, frail furniture would turn to dust just by touching it. And it was firm like a tree with deep roots. But no matter how big a tree gets, it will eventually surrender to a saw or an axe. The seven sisters chopping down Shannon's barrier would be annoying, but not possible. Yep, there's still Genji and Cannon. The sound like beetles jumping about grew even fiercer and filled the room. The red barrier began to be cut up and eroded away as though with an axe, a saw, no, a chainsaw by now.
How foolish. Even though you must know that your barrier can't fully protect you from these girls. Why?
Because I couldn't overlook it. As Shannon covered Cannon, who was already at his limit, sprawled on the floor, she spoke back resolutely.
If you hadn't barged in uninvited, I would have given you a death-like sleep. Why have you gone to all the trouble of exposing yourself before the seven sisters? Not all deaths are the same. A cruel death will cause you far more anguish than merely dying.
Go ahead, do as you like. Just as you always do what you want, I did what I wanted.
At any rate, you're not quite amusing at the present moment. Romance is most interesting when you're wondering whether it will succeed or not. Once it does succeed, a woman is like salmon who has finished laying its eggs. I'm already tired of you.
Thank you. No words from a witch would make me happier.
Then at least in the end, let me see you die in a truly entertaining manner. Seven Sisters, can you hear me? Kill Shannon in a way that shows me the limits of brutality.
Shannon. My apologies. In the end, I wasn't able to reach your level, Genji-sama. You're an idiot, Mason. If you just let me be, then you might not have had to meet a horrible end. No, it's fine. I received a ring from Ben and lived as a woman. I have protected you and lived as a sister. With this, my life is complete with no regrets.
No, Beatrice saw the gat. You're pissing me off. That philosophical take really is irritating. Like I said, you're furniture. You don't even smell like a human. Look at me. I am a human. Witches aren't real. Beatrice is a human.
He's a human.
Like, case closed. Ding, 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 you know. Like, why doesn't Battler come out? Don't spout.
That's true. Battler comes out right now.
Like, you're more complete than I am. You furniture.
How ugly. Are those regrets what you truly are?
They aren't regrets. This is called living. What's this about not minding if you die just because you were given a ring? I can't understand it. It's incomprehensible, disappointing, outrageous, stunning, and it's all useless.
It's all useless.
Milady.
Oh, this is it.
It's useless, it's all useless. Milady, perhaps you're acting a tad undignified. Shut up, furniture. Shannon, do you think I'll let you die so easily? Now's the time to bite your tongue.
How pitiful. If you can see yourself reflected in my eyes, then shudder at your own ugliness. Fear not.
Fear not. Once I've crushed you up, you'll be much more ugly, even while you still live.
At that time, Genji softly entered the red barrier. Perhaps that barrier didn't block those without ill intent. Then, Genji gently held her from behind and covered her eyes with his right hand. What was bro about to do? Genji-sama, you've already done enough. Go to sleep for me. Yes. Thank you very much, Genji-sama. Indeed. After that, Genji softly pressed his left hand near her collarbone. As he did, emanating from that area, a crimson stain gently spread out. When Genji removed his hand, bright red, fresh blood oozed out of there. It only happened for the first instant, and it was shaped like a crimson rose. And when he removed his right hand covering her face, there was a peaceful expression there as though she was sleeping. Then she fell softly, silently, and slept. Her soul had already been sent to a world where the malicious witch and her furniture could not reach her, no matter how evenly they tortured her.
Cringe.
The scene left Beatrice and the Seven Sisters stunned. Only Ronave wore a mysterious smile. Then, Genji leaned over Ken, who was crouching on the floor. You did well. You should sleep now too. Yes. Thank you very much, Genji-sama. Just as he had done with Shannon, he softly covered Kennen's eyes with his hand, then gently pressed the area around Kennen's collarbone with his other hand. And when his hand was removed with the lightness of a feather, there was a crimson rose there. but that rose shape quickly turned into the stain of bright red blood pouring out.
What is that? What a boring person. Even though it's so fun to poke the balloon of life with a needle so that it forcibly explodes. Spectacular, Genji. You truly are furniture.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well then, Beatrice-sama, Ronabe-sama. With this as my final task, allow me to rest.
Thank you, snatching away my fun. Why don't I take all the thrashing and mashing I wanted to them and give it to you instead?
I think that's just like impossible. Beatrice faced him with an unsatisfied expression. Aronobe spoke quietly to Genji with a soothing smile.
You have worked hard. You are my greatest servant. As a final gift, I shall bestow upon you a peaceful sleep fitting for all the labors you have performed. What? Wait, it's not your place to...
When Aronobe snapped his fingers, Genji slumped to the floor like a puppet with its strings cut. Suddenly and yet gently. He crumpled, falling into a sleep that no witch could call him back from. It was as filled with kindness as the sleep he had given Shannon and Cannon. So they have the same or similar ability.
Well, yeah, because I guess since Genji was the furniture that was head over Shannon and Cannon, and well, with Beatrice as their current master, and Ronabe.
You think Ronabe is just a straight up spy?
Yes, it's just
like Ronabe is just a double agent?
I mean, Ronabe...
Okay, because if Genji, like the head furniture, like Kinzo's right-hand man, he's got a direct relationship with this demon who very recently started working for Beatrice, right when she like has started the plan to like get back at Kinzo. That's when he starts working for her. They have similar powers. He somehow knows Shannon unexplained. And of course, Kinzo just says nothing when he shows up as well. Like, the whole point of it is the witches like make a deal with the devil to like gain their powers. So Kinzo created furniture, or he made a deal with Aronobe. And that's why they have such similar powers and actually have a relationship, which they should not have at all. Like, where's it coming from?
I'm pretty sure that's just from back in the day when Kinzo originally summoned Beatrice. Since, like, when he summoned Beatrice, of course Beatrice was at full power, so she would have her furniture Ronabe with her. And if Shannon
But how recently did she have it from back then?
She probably did.
Like, for that long? I'm not sure. I don't really remember. Cause it was probably said at some point.
Well, it said something about like, oh yeah, you know, like she employed me as her furniture.
It doesn't
and, like,
say it.
But
Like,
he didn't know about Kinzo and everything, you know. Like he had been around, probably like when Kinzo originally summoned her, you know. Well, I don't know if when he originally summoned her for the gold, but at least like later on, you know.
no, I'm just thinking that because it would also explain the fact that he's just straight up helping Battler.
Yeah, but there's also just the fact that, you know, Ronabe, while he is employed by Beatrice, it's not like he was created by her, you know? Like, he is still Ronabe, and is still, like, a much higher ranking individual than her, you know?
Hmm.
So, he does also kind of just does as he pleases. And he has his own set of values. Like, for example, right now, I think, like, just kind of since he has, like, in terms of furniture hierarchy, he has authority over Genji, and Genji has authority over the other two. So, maybe they kind of just able to put each other to sleep or something, I don't know. Like, because they have authority over that furniture.
Their ability is exactly the same. Like, Seven Sisters, all blades, but they also have the stake, like, form, or whatever the hell that is. And the cannon also is a blade. But then Shannon, even higher, as the barrier, but then for some reason the two of them have the same one. The
Well,
only difference was that Ronobe snapped his fingers.
I don't know. I just don't know if that's like, is that Ronove's ability, or is that just one of the things he can do? You know?
Yeah, is that one of the things he can do? But either way, I'm just saying the fact that Genji can do the same, even if that's only one of his abilities, the fact that it's just a 1-for-1 copy.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you so
Anyway,
much.
now Beatrice is kind of upset. What was that, Renove? What a boring anticlimax.
Crimson comic. Let me see this real quick.
Are you not a mighty great witch, my lady? What happened here is hardly worthy of your concern. It isn't like you to let the provocation of someone like Shannon get to you.
But was it the head Beatrice so irritated? Was she still unable to remove the thorn of Shannon's words? It says they were just true. Ronove laughed lightly, as though lamenting the complexity of humanity in a woman's heart, and ordered the 7 sisters to go. After all, there were still 2 sacrifices left for the first twilight. The 7 sisters disappeared in ecstasy.
God damn it, Bobby.
Did the thing get updated or not? I guess they didn't find them yet, so probably not.
The what?
They, like their bodies being that they've
yeah.
been discovered, so it wouldn't be updated.
I never heard the sound effect.
Yeah.
That's not good. Goda's about to bite the big one.
Yeah, I guess there's Kim the Servant. That's probably all that's gonna happen next.
Huh?
Like Goda is just doing the nighttime rounds, and then he's gonna die. Rokenjima had always been empty, except for the Ushiromiya family household, so checking that the doors and windows were all closed had no real purpose. However, ever since the time Natsui had condemned such an attitude as being careless, the nighttime rounds had become part of the servant's daily routine. In the first place, Natsui had ordered this because of the occasional witch disturbances. Everyone who came and left this island knew about the legend of Beatrice, the Witch of the Forest. It had become established as this island's characteristic ghost story. Because of that, it was only natural that some people would claim that, when they thought they were alone in the mansion, they would hear a strange sound, just the shadow of a person. However, when that created a little bit too much of a disturbance and reached Natsui's ears, she made a fuss thinking that some suspicious person might have been entering and leaving. Apparently, she had aroused all the servants and had them check through the mansion. Because of all the panic over the witch had happened before Goda's arrival, he had only heard about it from the more senior servants. Ghost stories like that could be found in any workplace. Even at the hotels and restaurants Goda had worked at, there were plenty of them. So when he had heard about the story on this island, he'd given a forced smile, thinking, so they have that kind of thing here after all. That forced smile aside, he had figured that when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and had taken it seriously. Goda went along with it on the outside, but in his heart he had assumed it to be a childish joke. At first, that is.
Mohammed.
Huh?
You wanna voice Obama?
I'm gaming. I'm sorry.
No!
The gaming stops for no one. Not even science. How to forgive me?
This certainly is eerie. Yes, I can see why it was so easy for past servants to get into a panic.
I understand how someone doing the rounds on an eerie night like this might believe they'd seen a ghost if they saw a lace curtain waving in the breeze from a window that hadn't been closed.
So, if you make fun of the witch of the portrait, there's a curse. It seems that there was even a servant who received a serious injury and quit. Well, I wouldn't want that. I think at my age, I probably wouldn't be granted a workplace this hospitable again. Witch of the portrait. I'm working sincerely, so please give me some peace.
Right after he says that, he dies. Goda prayed to the portrait, his hands together, as though he was at a Shinto shrine.
No.
Uh-oh. At that time, he thought he heard a sound. The kitchen? Was that the sound of something metal falling on the floor? Maybe a mouse or a cockroach had come out and knocked over some of the dishes.
That's a really
They're
big
not that
cockroach.
strong. There's like power.
It's a powerful cockroach knocked over the dishes. Like I can see a rat, you know, but
Yeah, no, this is mouse too, not even a rat. No, how could that be? It was usually cleaned thoroughly. Thinking he'd check out what that noise really had been, Goda entered the kitchen. He turned on the kitchen light. When he did, he heard a strange sound. Clank, 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 clank. To a cook like Goda, the sound felt like the lid on a pressure cooker, something shaking. Surely there wouldn't be a pot on the burner when no one was in the kitchen. Even if someone was using the gas, walking away from it would be quite dangerous. Just in case, Goda decided to inspect the area around the gas range.
what is this?
When he did, in the corner of the gas range, the pressure cooker really had been set out. Just as he thought. But the flame wasn't on, and yet the lid was clanking. Was something fermenting and leaking gas? How could that be? Then was there a mouse or something inside? How could that be? Or how could there be? Ridiculous. When people were watching, Goda acted as though he had a bold personality fitting for his build, but he actually had an unexpectedly timid side to him. He was frightened that there might be something inside, and he couldn't bring himself to check it carelessly. In his cowardice, he grabbed a nearby wooden pestle, and with a clunk, he tapped it a little forcefully against the side of the pressure cooker. When he did, the clanking sound suddenly stopped. He should have been relieved that it had stopped. But the fact that it had stopped when he hit it was even more eerie. It made him even more suspicious about what was inside.
Go. Mysterious phenomena do not exist in this world. Yes, witches and magic, things like that couldn't possibly exist. A phenomena can be explained by science. Mohammed, this is the perfect guy for you to voice.
Science?
Yeah, it really is.
Fauci?
He's basically Fauci.
He's praying to Fauci right before he opens his lid.
As if monsters and witches could exist.
He repeated that many times, trying to build up his own confidence. The gap between what he was saying and what he was doing was quite comical.
Who would believe in a witch? Who would believe in magic or curses? Come on, show me what you really are. Take that.
He removed the lid of the pressure cooker, and lying exposed there was the sparkling clean silver bottom of the pot. There was absolutely nothing frightening like he'd imagined.
It's only natural. There's no way there could have been anything inside.
By now, Goda realized he had been a coward. So while he still had some doubts as to what caused the lid to make that sound, he figured it wasn't a big problem, decided not to worry about it too much. Then he took the lid he grabbed and softly set it back down where it had been. It's fine, it won't make a sound until it does. Of course it won't. As if witches or magic could exist. Clank. Clank, clank, clank,
Oh.
clank, 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 clank. Clank, 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 clank. Oh, why is this music playing? It's a lid shaking. Clank, clank, clank. All of the pots and dishes. Oh, okay, all of them. Okay, I'm like, all of the pots and dishes in the kitchen started clanking at once. It grew even stronger, so that finally the lid to one of the pots fell off. From inside that pot, a slender white arm reached out.
Dude.
Lids fell off the other pots, one after another, and another, and another.
As if witches could exist. As if I believe it.
And the number of arms grew to 7. A loud, shrill laughter split the air.
What a letdown. Too bad that someone who can make such delicious food is such a lightweight.
If you don't want him, I'll take him. He's all mine.
Wait, I said no! I'll take him! Whoa,
Come on, let's search. There's only one more. That old hag. Where is she? She isn't in the mansion. What about the guest house? First one wins. First one wins, right? Come on, search, search, find her, find her. Won't be noticed by the relatives in the dining hall, right? And don't get noticed by the kids in the guest house, right? Search in silence, kill in silence. After all, it's still just the first twilight. She isn't in the guest house. But she wasn't in the mansion either, right? That's kind of a mystery. She's just kind of chilling. Hey, I found her. She's in the rose garden. Why? Why is she standing around there without an umbrella? She's already given up. All mine, all mine, all mine. You blockheads can just sit there and watch. I told you, no, this was mine. No, this is all. Come on, if we take it any longer, we'll be scolded by Beatrice. Let's take care of it all at once. There, found her, surrounded her. Come on, let's get along and do it all at once, okay?
Calculating?
Oh, shit.
Ben?
Huh? Okay, so she was furniture.
Well, Kumasawa has been, like, around for a really long time. You know?
Yeah, but it's just the fact that she kept leaving and then coming back and then leaving and then coming back and then leaving and then coming back.
Yeah,
Just doesn't do any work. Like, I don't know, she's just a wild card. I really thought she was human.
Yeah, right, I thought that, like... But that's the thing, like, just the fact that she's been with Kinzo for so long. Like, Kinzo would only trust furniture.
Kinzo doesn't even trust her.
That's true.
Like, that's why she seemed like human, because he doesn't trust Goda at all.
Yeah,
and
she
Kumasawa just goes unmentioned. He doesn't even, like, acknowledge her.
Exactly, no, she doesn't have the seal either. So that's really interesting, the fact that she has furniture abilities.
Yeah, like, he called up all of his furniture, except Kumasawa.
Maybe he bought her at the furniture store.
That's true.
What? What is this?
Double cross.
What naughty girls. You wouldn't happen to be friends of that child, would you?
Just what is this, old hag?
There's gotta be some mistake. One more time. Even the rain goes away. That's just cool.
Why can she defend against us?
Move aside. One more time. No matter how often you try, it won't work. This person is no good. Or is good. I'm waiting for that child. Would you mind calling for her?
Do you really expect us to run errands for you like that? There's no need. Beatrice-sama. After all, even I have manifested by now. I was certain that you had awakened.
Around a bit. It's been a long time. Yes, truly a long time.
This person's talking to Ronoe-sama without using Sama.
And it's been a long time since I've seen you too, Beatrice.
She's not even using Sama for Beatrice-sama. Enough. Don't you know who this is? The name Beatrice itself is hers. I only inherited it from her. This is my teacher. The previous Lady Beatrice.
Huh?
The previous Lady Beatrice.
The gold butterflies appeared in ones and twos from the Garden of Roses began to gather around Kumasawa. And after she was wrapped in a golden sparkle, she burst and disappeared, and Kumasawa's form was no longer there. What the fuck? Instead, there was another golden witch, the one who once taught the path of an endless witch to Beatrice. And the only person Beatrice ever called teacher. Her hair was long, beautiful, and vividly youthful. And her figure in that elegant dress couldn't possibly have been mistaken for an old lady. Now this looked like a completely different person from Kurosawa.
Well, well, teacher. I never even dreamed that we would meet each other again.
Yes, neither did I. I certainly never dreamed that my sleep would be disturbed.
Such a troublesome time for you to awaken. If you had remained asleep as usual, the first twilight could have ended without much trouble. Or perhaps I should be glad you're here. I was just getting a tad bored.
Okay, okay. So if she was just, like, chilling inside Kumasawa this whole time, well, I guess for one that makes sense why Kumasawa died before. But she just, like, kept sleeping, just like Mer sleeping. But that means, like, 100%, like, absolutely fucking guaranteed that Rosa has, like, a witch like that inside of her as well. But she's, like, she's sleeping, but she still has an effect.
Right, the evil witch.
Yeah, the one that makes her fucking go crazy and, like, beat the shit out of Maria. Because that's 100% confirmed. If she's just, like, sleeping inside an old woman, then she's just doing the same to Rosa. As usual, it seems you're toying with sinless people in a vulgar game. I believe I taught you several times that the power of the Endless Witch mustn't be used to cause people trouble.
Wait, so... does that mean that Rosa, confirmed, has that dog in her?
Yeah, she absolutely has that dog inside of her.
Don't say that, teacher. Isn't boredom our natural enemy? This is just a little spice to escape from that. The more the corrosion advances, the stronger my power becomes, and the easier it becomes to summon my minions. But who would have thought it would release the seal on you, teacher, at the same time?
It's precisely because I predicted such a thing would happen, that I slept so very close to where you were. Though I prayed in my sleep that I would not be woken again. Being reunited with you like this is a very sad thing for me.
You're as cunning as always, teacher.
Ronape. Oh,
no, that's you.
I have that young furniture step back. Furniture only serves its master. The master is responsible for all of her crimes.
Certainly, Madame Beatrice.
I've already passed that name on to this child. Come now, step back, furniture girls. I may give warnings a second time if you do not listen to the first. However, do not expect to receive a third. Step back, Seven Sisters of Purgatory, maybe he's saying it probably.
Step back, Seven Sisters of Purgatory. If you get dragged into this, only dust will remain. Back, everyone.
One of the sisters, but yeah, I don't know who. Veronave and the Seven Sisters of Purgatory retreated. After that, what remained was the Beatrice whose daring expression didn't falter, and the teacher Beatrice who had given up that name and wore a composed smile.
Well then, teacher, what tea shall I prepare for our long-awaited reunion?
Let's see. This reunion was longer in coming than the visit of a comet. Perhaps I will accept your hospitality. And if it seems a mistake has been made, I'll have you return my name and the title of Endless Witch.
The game just ends right here. So even the title of Endless Witch has a license renewal policy. As you wish, teacher. See how splendid your disciple has become, and see how far she surpassed you long ago.
There, between the two Beatrices seemed to explode with sparks. Just by glaring at each other, they purged all spirits from that space. As they watched, the seven sisters shivered. After all, if they had retreated just 3 steps less than they had, they would have already been turned to dust by now. So maybe step back further. So come, Beatrice. Surrendering my name to you is the only regret I have in life. I will now correct that error by my own hands. Oh, I don't know.
You've got it wrong, teacher. My only error was becoming your disciple in the hopes of gaining such a puny level of power. Get it? What are you calling magic? What are you calling the Endless Witch? All you've got is a power that can be gained just by noticing, right? And you act as though it's so great and impressive. Your turn's long over, teacher.
I'm still watching. I don't have a clue what's going on anymore.
He's just watching from his TV screen. She's not on here. No, it's like you look at the Kumasawa bio, and it's just where is it? It's just updated.
What in the world is happening right in front of my eyes? Oh, she just showed up here as well. I mean, I guess, why not? You poor thing. It seems my disciple is causing you trouble. I apologize. Who the heck are you? How did old Kumasawa turn into a Neichan like this? I mean, seriously, who are you? I don't get it. What kind of special effects are these? My head feels like it's gonna explode. I am the witch teacher of that child. My old name was Beatrice. When that child succeeded me, I gave up that name, so I have no name of my own. Like you've already said, your disciple's been a real pain to me. Please take responsibility and do something. No, wait. I don't believe in stuff like this. As if witches and magic could exist. I won't accept this messed up battle. Damn it, what should I believe? Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. If she wins, the magic's real. If Beatrice wins, it's fake.
Oh, true.
Like, duh.
Science versus magic.
Like, Verkastel, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna help you," you know. And I'm gonna make it evident this time, you know. Like, I'm not gonna be in the shadows like last time. But we have not heard from her since.
She's not done anything yet.
And like,
there's no way they added in a new witch in order to do something.
Exactly. What's it called? Delta is like, okay, like I'll reward the righteous, you know. And
yeah, she affected Ava at least. No, because she's like young Ava, isn't she?
Oh yeah, you're right.
So she has some effect, but yeah, Verkastel, all she said was she just like don't worry, don't be sad, Battler, Nipa, and then she left. Oh. That's just like you. Hospitality with a very quick temper.
I'd expect nothing less from you, teacher. It seems it's so trivial to you. You don't even feel like opening your eyes. But I doubt you'll be able to win unless you're prepared to wreck this whole island, see? Come, arise, shoulder war towers.
Huh? In response to Beatrice's summons, a terrific earth tremor split the rose garden.
The shoulder war towers, jeez Louise.
That's such a specific spell.
It's just the Twin Towers.
On either side of her shoulders, two massive war towers sprouted and stabbed into the heavens. They stretched up to 100 murats tall, and each had over 360 ports.
100 Meduca.
There were war towers of the gods' army corps, which had prevented even groups of ancient heroes from invading their sacred ground. As Beatrice elegantly floated in the gap between the massive two-headed towers, she looked down on her teacher, sneering with a sense of absolute superiority.
I guess this is like her ultimate ability in Golden Fantasia.
Truly. I truly have become Umineko, and then she like one-shots her. With the two massive towers lined up behind her shoulders, the witch looked very small. Like a butterfly dancing between huge trees.
Don't think you can dodge it by turning into butterflies, okay? The density of the Twin Towers barrage wouldn't just make you a pin bug sample, it'd make you a madly sad pin
The Twin Towers barrage?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Over 720 ports open on the towers, and godly soldiers ready their multi-shot ballistas.
No, it's like Beatrice's two strongest towers versus teacher's weakest airplane.
Sure. She just summoned the two airplanes. She literally brings in like 12 Muhammads and puts them on the airplanes. And just like that, the spell is countered.
It's like,
That's cheating.
Is that the end of your turn?
famous last words. Blast away.
And she opens her eyes. Ballista shots numbered over 1,000 were all fired at once, drawing a beautiful geometric curtain of death. The boorish sound as the bowstrings were played was probably even deeper than that of a reaper swinging its sickle. Hey, what about everybody inside? They just heard like a million guns go off.
Yeah.
Come, arise, fallen
No,
tower.
remember it's raining, so it's like, they're like almost in the middle.
Oh, that's true.
It's a really stormy night, huh?
God's just really mad. Split the single language and let that sin be known. She broke the game, what? The sky was stained in incandescent red. From between the clouds a blazing massive tower fell upside down. That massive falling tower and its rebel stuffed into thousands of ballista shots so that not one of them approached the body of the witch which summoned it. That's right, no group of people, no matter how large, could approach the mysteries of heaven. That was the reality of the fallen tower.
As I'd expect you from me, teacher. If you do something, you always do it big.
My turn isn't over. Come, arise, sons of Vivaldi.
Alright.
Bestow upon me a worthy spear.
Yes, Master.
As the massive crimson tower that had fallen, at a terrible gold-colored explosion, a massive spear appeared from inside those flames, so tall, like a tower, that you had to look up to see all of it. It was too large even for a giant's hand.
What, is it like Guts' sword or something?
I guess so. That divinely beautiful spear of the gods was so massive, it gave the illusion that the fallen tower had turned into a spear of the same size. It was a spear of certain victory that none could escape. What's his name? Looks like your twin towers won't help you now. How foolish to block off your means of escape on both sides. You can't defend against even a single spear.
This thing,
Snap your
a
fingers to
single
command.
spear being comically large. It's like only one spear.
The massive tower-sized spear shot at Beatrice like a lightning bolt. Aimed right for the middle of the center of the golden witch's heart with extreme precision, as she danced in the gap between the towers like a butterfly, slicing straight through the air like a flash of lightning.
Ha! So you use gun gear at a moment like this. You really are incredible, teacher. Burst, useless towers. Arise, giant soldier battle line. Fully block that divine spear with your shields and chests.
The shoulder war towers exploded in gold.
Dude, it's like she's calling him Yorm the Giant. It's like this is
Oh
the
yeah,
cinematic
I guess forget all the stuff I said about Kumasawa, by the way. We still don't even know if she's furniture or human.
Yeah, we don't, like, maybe she was just like, what's it called, teacher is just like a skin crawler.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what's happening to Rosa.
Huh.
Oh, the ocean just disguising as her? But no, because they specifically... They probably would have been able to sense that it was like a fake. But I guess it is like is an endless witch. So maybe her magic's just like too goated.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah, no, I guess the sisters are kind of stupid, yeah, maybe
Vader,
not.
I need your help. I need you to hook onto my cock and balls and pull real tight. Can you do that? Just wrap your toe right around my cock and balls and then drive away as fast as you can. Can you do that for me, Mater? Mater, please. If you don't torture my cock and balls, I might do something bad.
Yeah, that is kind of wild,
I
though.
might hurt people, Mater. Do you want that?
There's neither Maria,
Dual radiator springs
presumably Kinzo, or Beatrice even knew that Kumasawa just had that witch inside her. Like, Maria already knows about fucking Rosa. She already called that. That's kind of obvious, though. But yeah, neither of them could figure that one out. Kumasawa.
You want that? You want that, Mater?
I mean, at the same time, Kinzo's the kind of guy to know that he has like a goated witch, like, on his property. And like, he lets her come and go, obviously, because she's a goated witch. But he doesn't really care too much either, because she's not Beatrice.
That's true.
Because he's like madly in love with Beatrice, you know?
It's just that Beatrice was surprised. And obviously Maria would have said something. Just like, oh, like, I love witches, but only Beatrice, for some reason.
Yeah, that's
not the teacher at all. So yeah, no. At the very least, obviously Beatrice doesn't know, and Maria would have like, drawn her. So.
Yeah, Maria would have liked her.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so. Torture my cock and balls right now. Thank you, Mater.
By the way, Burgers, did you see the video that Marcel posted?
What's the word?
In G.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I was quiet for a full minute because I was watching it. If you want to watch, I'll give you some time.
Or real tight. don't think Mater carried all that much.
Huh?
Mater didn't really seem to care.
Yeah, he didn't want to, but I mean, he did it.
The shoulder war towers explode in gold. It gives several billion gold butterflies. They're just like... They're so blown away inside right now. The windows just became gold. These butterflies,
they're looking outside and they just see like fireworks.
Each stretched a full 10 merits into the sky.
50 minutes.
Is that an actual like unit of measurement?
I thought that was just like a fancy way of saying meters.
Yeah, because that's definitely not right. Like, is that supposed to be meter? Murats. What the fuck is it? Okay, yeah, the first thing I see is Steam community. What the fuck is a Murats? That's probably supposed to be meter. But it's just like, the translation's fucked? I don't know.
I looked it up on Google and the first thing I see is units of measurement from Nausicaa.
Murats.
Yeah, so it's yeah, it is a reference to Nausicaa. And yeah, it's apparently a unit of measurement in Nausicaa, which is roughly a meter.
Okay, so this is just a meter.
Perhaps meters or yards.
Why would they use yards?
Because they're better.
Well, no, I mean, is the dude who created this from America? I don't think so.
The person who made Nausicaa is based.
Ah, shit.
Based on what?
Based on Fauci.
That cannot be.
Otherwise, why would he use yards?
Dang. Pitch the pole. There was masters of the mountain range, protecting their master and holding massive shields that towered like windmills. There was massive as a mountain range, which behind them was like a small moon hiding behind the mountains. Once in the past, when the massive shields those giants held had been readied by the whole regiment, they protected King Wilhelm's castle not only from arrows, but from the wind and the rain. But when they had faced upwards and held their shields to the heavens, not a single raindrop had got through. Foolish. The shame of a witch who has forgotten to respect things sacred. Did you think mere giants could defend against the spear of the gods?
Indeed. No matter how much human metal you are armed with, you cannot block the spear of the gods. A wonderful appellate made by Mana. No way! Beatrice-sama! Of course I hadn't forgotten, teacher. Come arise, disciples of Hephaestus. Bestow upon me a worthy shield.
A golden whirlwind arose at the feet of the giant soldiers. There was a cloud of countless butterflies. They attached themselves to the massive shields like gold leaves, sparkling like they were a gold mirror. The absolute defensive wall given to a goddess by the chief of the gods. The Aegis shield. And the holy spear, which left a dignified tail behind it like a comet, crashed into the mountain range of that gold shield. There was a terrible, thunderous roar. There was the creaking of the pillars that held up the heavens.
Dude, no way. It was like in One Piece when Luffy and Doflamingo came against each other, and they both had Haki and Conqueror's Haki.
No.
So there was a big sound and it looked cool.
Ow.
Would you agree with me, Muhammad?
Look, man, you used your Conqueror's Haki in a room full of children. Hey, get off of this. This is not for you.
The divine spear spun around and around. It was sent flying in the direction of the setting sun. Where would that be? It's nowhere near.
Obviously
it's gonna be moving through the ground. No, I mean like it's not going to be going through the air. It's going to like go. If it's going the most direct route, it'll just cause like a massive hole in the earth.
No, it goes in
Because
the
it is
direction of the
nighttime.
setting sun.
Yeah, but it's like nighttime right now. So it's like the closest direction I'm saying would be like
The
through the
sun
ground.
sets in the west. So
No, I know. I'm saying like on a direct path to the sun.
no, but
It would go through the ground.
it's not going to the sun. It's going to the setting sun in the direction of the setting sun.
Your
Now,
mother
if we-
set her sights on me
Why does
as her son's friend. Okay.
everybody in this VC just starts talking about my family and like what I do with like kids whenever I bring up a valid argument?
No. They're just copying me, to be fair. She defended against the divine spear.
No, that is not correct. The divine spear avoided her. It is the law of the gods, an absolute spear and an absolute shield must never fight one another. Although in the end, it means the same thing as defending against it.
Your skills have improved from engaging in these fights so often.
Or rather, it seems you're still as bad as ever at this kind of game, teacher. It's my turn to strike back. I shall follow the code and counter a spear with a spear. What? No, Burgers, you're the fire move guy. What do you counter a spear with?
You counter with axes.
Exactly. She's being weird.
Yeah, I don't know. The giant soldier battle line, which had fully blocked the divine spear, released its holy gold shields. The shields fell to the earth, making the ground shake. When they did, another gold whirlwind arose, and the 7 gold shields changed their form into 7 massive spears of lightning lying on the ground. At once, each of the giants lifted one of their legs high, firmly stomped on the tips of the handles. As the earth shook with a thunderous sound, the 7 lightning spears spun beautifully and flew up above the giant soldiers' heads. They scattered into a golden splash and began to fall before the giants. Each of the giants squared off, and with the force of their whole body, they kicked and smashed them. The broken pieces numbered exactly 30, and became lightning spears of exactly the same size as the originals. They just duplicated them, which made 210 for the 7 giants, and all of those burst at once, with each bursting their 30 thorns for a total of 6,300. They became a barrage of thunderclouds, drawing a beautiful geometric pattern.
You see, this narrator kind of sucks because like
He really loves geometric patterns.
no, I'm saying like the narrator would be if he was smarter, he would tell Kyrie to do the math instead of like doing it himself, you know?
True. And then each changed into 3 bolts of lightning. So the 18,900 thunderbolts shot the predecessor Beatrice. Why didn't they split them again? Wanna do it one more time? But come on.
It's over.
It's
Beatrice,
over.
I would expect nothing less from Madame.
From Madden. That bundle of almost 20,000 thunderbolts must have reduced the teacher's body to dust. But there had been no resistance. Beatrice knew immediately that she had been fooled. That time, from the direction that the sun had supposedly set, she felt the impossible rays of sunlight. A brilliant array of light shone on her profile. It was the figure of her teacher, holding aloft the spear of the gods that had supposedly been repelled a short while ago. She bore a sparkle like the sun on her back and made it shine on the incarnation of darkness.
I can just imagine Ben waking up to the sunrise like, oh, 6 a.m. already, huh? I guess I better go brush my teeth.
He just opens the door. Oh shit.
Hey! Keep that shit.
As Beatrice watched, she was trapped like a mouse in a cage, cornered at a dead end formed by the giant soldier battle line.
I think Beatrice saw the gap.
She did. By now, the predecessor Beatrice had seized a position directly alongside that line. Playtime is over, Beatrice.
Have I exposed my flank?
Her bold expression hadn't faltered even once, but now it twisted for the first time. Fasting Beatrice could click her tongue. Her predecessor Beatrice released the Holy Spirit. As it leapt through the air, it changed its form once more. Oh shit! Come, arise, Diverger brothers. How do you say that?
Vergar.
Just fuck the D. Bestow upon me the giant smashing iron hammer of heaven. That's pretty close, actually. Like an axe and a hammer. Like in Fire Emblem Awakening, there's an axe that just is a hammer. So, like, she knows what she's doing.
If Marcel was here, he'd go crazy. Giant soldiers, protect me. What are you doing, you blockheads?
By now it was no longer a spear, but the whirlwind of a massive hammer that raised a sound like a windstorm as it flew through the air. It was the legendary hammer that had shaken even the king of the frost giants. Though the giant soldiers couldn't escape from that fear. So regardless of how strongly their master ordered them, they couldn't get in the path of that hammer.
Exactly, they were spear users.
Yeah, exactly. Like the weapon triangle, they know it. Back her rank, mate. Rest in peace. For the whirlwind of that massive chunk of metal, Beatrice was nothing more than a mere speck. The instant the whirlwind started to suck Beatrice in, she appeared to change into a massive war tower. The iron hammer smashed the war tower, scattering tremendous amounts of rubble, but did not reach he who had escaped behind it. Furthermore, when the smoke started to settle, the war tower had sucked in the massive iron hammer without crumbling and blocked the way. Even the giant smashing iron hammer couldn't break through the final tower protecting the witch. However, this war tower was actually the witch's last trump card. It was a war tower for dodging that could only save her from danger once. But this tower was impregnable. No weapon could break through it. At that time, the moon disappeared. Beatrice hid in the shadows of the giant soldier battle line and the war tower. She looked up at the sky. What we did inside the moon was the figure of a masked horse ridden by the god of war and death. The predecessor Beatrice rode the horse with him. What? They just brought in the Reaper? What is happening?
So it's like, you know when little kids are fighting with like make-believe battles? It's like, you shoot me, it's like I shoot you. It's like, oh, I bring out a shield and block it. Oh yeah? Well, my bullet is actually made out of shield-breaking material. And it's like, well, my shield has a gun that shoots your bullet. It's just like... It just gets more and more convoluted and crazy.
Cloak had blocked the moon and swallowed it in fury shadow. And the spear of the gods was in his hand once more. In other words, it was a godly knight who had jumped over the ramparts formed by the giant soldiers and the war tower, attacking from the heavens. That girl that says, it's like small bird, mate.
It should have said luck with like a P added in red in the beginning. So, spelling out luck.
Luck, that's true.
You got me.
How smothered it reads. It was fun, Beatrice.
Whoa. Correction needed.
The struggle to the death between the two witches with the same name was over. The spear that had been launched from the heavens pierced the ground. The giant soldier battle line and the war tower split up into countless gold butterflies, wrapping the area in a gold-colored storm. Then came the sound of thunder, and the sound of the falling rain and wind. He looked around, the rose garden was empty. The butler and the rest were watching the two witches confronting each other. But Beatrice alone had changed. had been pierced straight through by the spear from the base of her neck and her left buttocks. Unable to even reach the ground with her feet. Horribly exposed like a pitiful pin butterfly tormented by the wind and rain.
But Beatrice-sama, as expected, a truly fearsome person.
That settles it, Beatrice.
Ouch.
Beatrice wore a bitter smile of false courage, but a strand of blood dangled from her mouth, making her look even more pitiful.
Well, so Bernkastel beat Lambda Delta in a battle, right? But
Yeah.
Bernkastel was like, oh, you know, I wouldn't fight you, Beatrice, right? Even though she could probably win. But, like, assuming that Beatrice was better, or, like, at least on par, doesn't mean that Teacher Beatrice is, like, the hidden one in the back, like, amateurs, as she watches these kids fight each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The title and power of the Endless Witch. You will return them to me now, along with the name Beatrice.
No, and then, like, her hair becomes gold and she ties it up and starts tormenting Badler.
True. You are too immature to call yourself an Endless Witch.
Stop. Forgive me, teacher. I was just fooling around, okay?
I will take my name back from you. I shall return you to your original form. Perhaps you should relinquish this power which is beyond you and live a life suitable for yourself.
She just condemns her to being Kenzo's wife.
Come, try to remember. Oh shit. What form did you have? Her predecessor Beatrice began to recite the words of power. When she did, small gold butterflies gathered near the skewered Beatrice and began to swarm about her. Like butterflies sucking the nectar out of flowers. They began to suck the magical power out of Beatrice. That seemed to cause her intense pain. A cry of anguish issued from Beatrice's mouth. She no longer had any power to resist it. And come, try closing your eyes. Try to remember.
What's it called? The Beatrice ceremony, Twilight 1 gone wrong. It's like a YouTube video, you know?
Huh?
It's like a ceremony prank gone wrong. Police were called. Lost my powers.
True. What form did you have? Come, Beatrice. Repeat it with me. Let us sing a song together. Then it will be over soon. Let us end your pain as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's like Maria's gonna come out and cast a spell or something.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Now what is this face?
She's just like, oh, it makes more sense here.
This is like the nervous laugh.
I guess it does make sense when you know the context. You're right. How long has it been since I've sung with you, teacher?
Come, together now. Come, try to remember. What form did you have?
Try to remember. That's just you.
Wait, what do you mean? No, they're singing together, that's the whole point.
What form did you... Oh, I see. Oh, that's the
And the
song.
two of them began to recite the same song.
What form did you have?
True. More and more gold butterflies danced around, swarming around Beatrice. It will be alright, lady. You will lose your place as my disciple. But that will not change the fact that you are the lady I serve. After that, I shall read a book for you again. I shall bake you apple pies once more, just like it was long ago. Come, try to remember.
This is going to be terribly humiliating for Beatrice. Yes, try to remember. Are you finally starting to remember? Hey teacher, did you remember that thing behind you?
What is this?
There, behind the teacher, stood Rosa Oshirimiya with a 12-gauge shotgun.
With a gun.
Aimed directly at her occipital lobe.
No, medulla oblongata.
Your medulla oblongata.
When the predecessor Beatrice looked behind her, there was an eerie headshot grown up there. No. Not Sonic.
She's so scared.
It was herself. What? There was another predecessor Beatrice, whose whole body had been packed with ballista shots, lying there like a pincushion doll.
Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Or maybe that's not right. Come, try to remember. How were you killed?
The predecessor Beatrice was stunned. The form gradually began to fade away.
But did she just like pull it back to the future?
Yeah, what is this bullshit? We literally saw it happen. What do you mean she was impaled? This is... Oh, when did you...
At the beginning, I did not summon a pair of shoulder towers. There were 4 towers. Teacher, you carelessly stepped across the 7-rank rook boundary of death created by the 2 hidden towers, which were lurking in the distance on either side of you.
It was bad manners when you say check this late. That's probably good. Yeah.
It was bad manners of me to say check this late. I simply must apologize.
Yeah, at the beginning when she literally said the shoulder towers, but yeah, no, it was actually 4. If you listen really closely, she whispered it. Like the reader can't know, but it was 4 towers all along. And it's just the kids, like when they're just having like a battle, and this like Beatrice lost, so she's like, actually, I won from the very beginning.
I had
was
actually,
like,
it's like, look behind you, there's your dead body. I actually killed you when you weren't looking.
Why is it so loud though?
Because it's like you know, it's like.
Why are you gonna make it more louder?
I don't know. The battle had been decided at the very beginning. It had been over since the time the predecessor had leaned forward, readying her holy spear to attack Beatrice, who had been wedged between her shoulder towers. The hidden towers lurking on either side had bathed her in a windstorm of ballista shots from 720 ports on both sides, pinning and killing her. However, Beatrice hadn't wanted it to be resolved like that. She wanted to let her teacher take her next move and had continued acting as though the game was still on. She had immediately revived her with the endless power and had made her continue the game as though nothing had happened. Then the predecessor slowly remembered that she had already been killed and began to vanish completely. When she did, the spirit that had pierced Beatrice also vanished. Beatrice finally landed on the ground.
I mean, does that make Beatrice endless in the sense that she kind of revived herself? Or... because it's like, Beatrice did get chopped in half, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, teacher Beatrice got brought back, right? So the battle continued. But that doesn't mean that because she got brought back by Beatrice, any of her attacks were useless, you know?
It is kind of confusing, yeah.
Like, she did chop her in half.
Yeah, the spear did hit her, and it said only after she remembered that she died and was revived that the spear just now went away. So it's like, what if she just it's like, actually no, that's not me. I'm definitely alive. And the bear's just like, no, you're dead. and then she's like bleeding out from injuries. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm alive. And then Beatrice just bleeds out and dies. That's it. Beatrice finally landed on the ground. There wasn't even a trace of a scar.
It was fun, teacher. If you want to play again, I'll revive you anytime. And once we've had some fun, I'll make you remember that you're a corpse again. See?
No.
I did everything you told me to, right? Didn't you tell me to always put my toys back in their boxes when I'm done playing with them? Was it an easy victory? You fool, it was a tough one. If I hadn't tricked her with the 4 towers, I would have been the one dead. As I'd expect from teacher. But now I can stand proud.
Not really.
Now I have completely surpassed teacher. Ronave, clean up teacher's remains a bit. I haven't lost respect for her that much. Certainly. Tonight's first twilight became a little too riotous. A little cleanup will be necessary. I shall see to it immediately.
So where's Kurosawa's body? Does she just not have one? Because the witch took over?
Yeah, there's
like,
no
what's
body.
gonna happen? Like, they're gonna go outside and just see some random woman.
Yeah, it's just dead. It's like, oh, you know, it's like, there's like a little picture of her. That's just Kurosawa in her pocket. Goats, it's time to clean up.
Ronave snapped his fingers, blazing, sparkling eyes began to blink open in the shadows and darkness, becoming goat-headed attendants that appeared one after another. One by one, they wordlessly stood at attention in a line behind Ronave's back.
This time, what shall be done about the 6 corpses? Another closed room pattern? Wait. No, that was Ronave. I'm in no mood to think now. I'll leave it to you, Ronave. An extraordinary closed room to torment Battler, if you would. Certainly. Then it shall be extraordinary.
And Battler's watching this like, you fucking dick.
No, it's like he like slipped Ronave a 20. He was like, make the closed room really easy. Okay, where's Battler? Battler, did you see my big moment?
Damn it. After being shown that screwed up magical storm, what can I deny?
I love how teacher Beatrice also showed up here. She just made a little appearance, like, hey, what's up, Battler?
She just showed up, like, don't worry, Battler, I got this. But she don't got this.
Just take a seat. I got this.
Forget just witches existing. After being shown that tremendous flashy fantasy, what can I deny now?
I tell you, Battler needs to remove his approach. He needs to stop thinking of witches as not real and start thinking of them as imaginary. Like, here's an electrical engineer's view of this, right? Imaginary numbers don't exist, but they still affect waves, and they still affect the way that electricity works, right? Even though they're imaginary.
Yeah, well.
So, for example, right now we see Beatrice and Teacher Beatrice fighting and bringing out big towers and doing all sorts of crazy fantasy, right? Now this is all imaginary, and there's really no net outcome. Like, maybe there is the net outcome that now there's gonna be a body or something somewhere, but it's nothing that really existed, you know? The effects are real, but the things themselves aren't. Now, if that's what you consider magic, then I guess you could say magic is real. But it's all imaginary. Imaginary things that have effects on the real world. No, maybe,
I don't get it.
maybe Battler's smarter than me though, and he proves it all wrong outright.
It was like that last time too, but how can I deny these awesome, wonderful, magical battles?
Isn't that right? Why doesn't he just, like, pretend he's watching TV? She has, like, a really big HD monitor, you know? That's why it looks so real to him. After watching this, you can't talk your way out of it, right? Okay, Battler, let me hear some ridiculous reasoning. Milady, your laugh is becoming undignified. Oh, my
There it
apologies.
is.
But that isn't my fault. After all, if Battler tightly closes his eyes, grinds his teeth, and shows me that ever so bitter expression, it just automatically slips out of my mouth, you see? So, Battler-sama, why don't you return to the table without losing heart? Milady is expecting your counterattack, you see? Oh wait, was that... I don't know if that was right today.
You said milady.
Yeah.
Quit messing with me. How the hell can I make a counter argument? In the first place, everything was already screwed up when that tower sprouted up from out of the earth. Should I say that under the ground in Rokonjima, there's a secret laboratory for building super alloy combining robots or something? And that pushing a button can make these strange towers sprout up? No, that's true. But think about it. It's a devil's proof. Like, does the button exist? You don't know. Because it's like if you can't find it, now that doesn't prove it doesn't exist.
No,
but if you do find it, you can prove it. It's a devil's proof.
Right? Like, Kinzo has so much money that technically it could be true.
Exactly.
He paid,
Right. And those huge giants must be the robots. That makes sense. Or maybe an evil secret association's mecha monsters? That's true. I don't get it. Don't talk to me. Ah.
Look, don't cry, okay? Bang bang, it's magic! If you want, I'll crush the moon and make comets fall like rain. I can even bury the whole island in those massive-breasted Neichans you like so much, see? I'm gonna say Marcel would like this a lot, too.
Sure.
Come on, look, my turn's over, see? Show me your response, launch your counterattack. You can't, can you? Except that there's a quadrillion things you can't do. You're useless against this, right? You actually like this kind of fantasy, don't you? I get that's been going around in the streets lately, hasn't it? In manga and light novels, in anime and movies. Some teenage brats get a whole bunch of strange special abilities, and then they blow up all sorts of stuff with the fate of the world on the line. You love that, don't you? I know, don't hide it. You love it, right?
Yeah.
Hasn't the thing you love just been displayed before your very eyes? Why do you believe it in manga and anime, but you won't believe it in me? Believe it. You can't argue back, not after you've been shown something like this, right?
Sounds like you believe in her, she gets power.
You don't need to think, it's just like imaginary stuff. You can just obediently say, I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Look, try saying it. I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Try saying it, say it, don't be embarrassed. No, it's like, Battler's gonna like tear off all his clothes, and Dread of the Grave is gonna start playing. And he's just gonna like put on sackcloth. I guess it was getting a little hot in here. No, we're gonna get Ben Vision as he was like brushing his teeth and looking out the windows. He like spits out his breakfast.
There would have been no way to tell that morning. Actually, we probably should end it off soon. It's kind of 1 a.m. But no way to tell that morning I'd come up. So opening a curtain and looking up to a cloudy sky a tiny bit later.
Do you want to end it now?
Probably should. Like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it is Thursday.
What time do you have to wake up?
In the morning.
9:30.
Okay. Oh yeah, so I mean, right about now is a good time for you to go to sleep.
Yeah, like any time later, I guess today now, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday is ideal. Yeah, I probably will go now.
Alright.
It's like Good Night America, like Good Night YB Gang.
Okay.
Good Night Battler Ushiromiya.
He's not gonna say
and
goodbye.
the
back.
teacher, who is now dead.
Yep.
And has been dead all along, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, good night to all these cosmic entities, including the imaginary ones.
Exactly.
Muhammad,
Huh?
what are you up to right now?
Playing Fire Force Online.
Could you help on GPO whenever you get a chance? Could you hold these rare chests? We have a shit ton of rare chests.
Yeah. Alright, give me like 1 second.
I appreciate you.
Good night, YB gang.
Mm-hmm.